Yeah, so first, like a question, why are we doing rituals? And I think rituals can really help us ground and connect, and especially in times of chaos, like the times we're currently dealing with. And the solstice is just a very beautiful point for doing that in a time when our ancestors have been gathering, to do these rituals probably for a very long time. All these cultures that have even monuments that seem to have to do with the solstice. So we're like tapping into a very rich tradition. And one thing that I wanted to bring up is this idea of the cycle. And a lot of the ancients saw life as a cycle. And we have the different, the wheel of the different seasons, for instance, the cycle of life. And then if we look at our Western tradition, the way we would see the journey, it's more like this, like a straight line of progress. And so maybe for a moment you can like tune into your body and see where you notice these two different narratives, the progress narrative of the straight upward line, and then also this narrative of it's a cycle. We get born, we become adults, and then eventually we go back into a place where we came from. I think instead of just viewing it as a cycle or just as a straight line, we can also view it as a spiral. And if you've been on a growth path for a while, which I know you all have, then in a spiral, we come back to visiting the same themes again, but from a different perspective. And so I think that's a really nice way to look at different solstices. So instead of assuming 2025 started in January, we can think, well, maybe it started on the 21st of December, and what has happened since then? And what has happened over the last year since the last solstice? Since, my case, I spent it in Iceland, which of course is a very different experience than here, and yet both are celebrations of the sun and the light. So again, we have the spiral. Yeah, so with that said, how about we get started? So I'll do an invocation to the sun, and I'll use something that's called an Orphic hymn. And the Orphic hymns, I have to look this up quickly, they're actually a collection of 87 ancient Greek religious poems, and they were written by, or they've been attributed to the poet Orpheus. So I've taken parts of that and then also included modern language to try to blend the old and the new together. All right, so just take a moment to relax, to feel into your body. And maybe we just turn off our cameras so we can really feel into our experience. So take a moment, feel your feet on the ground. Just notice how you're feeling right in this moment. And take a moment to feel into your heart, which is as central to us as the sun is to our solar system. You can connect with that inner light you're feeling within your heart. And also the joy that is underneath that light. Here, golden Titan, whose eternal eye with broad survey illumines all the sky, self-born, unwearied in diffusing light into all eyes, the mirror of delight. Great sun, on this sacred solstice, we turn to you as our illuminating guide. Lord of the seasons, with thy right hand the source of morning light, and with thy left the father of the night. You hold the balance, and you reveal. Agile and vigorous, venerable sun, fiery and bright round the heavens you run. Bow to the wicked, but the good man's guide. Over all his depths propitious you preside. You remind us that light exposes all, and truth empowers us forward. We ask for your wisdom to illuminate our inner path, clearing confusion, dispelling shadows, and revealing our authentic truth. For the collective, may your light shine upon all that needs to be seen. Dispensing justice, lover of the stream, the world's great despot and over all supreme. May clarity prevail and healing flow wherever darkness resides. For sunlight is said to be the best disinfectant. Full defender and the eye of right, of steeds the ruler and of life the light. Inspire us to live with integrity, to stand for what is right, and to carry your unwavering light into the world. Propitious on these mystic labors shine, and bless thy suppliants with a life divine. We open ourselves to your guidance, trusting in your cycles, embracing our own capacity to illuminate and be illuminated. So just take a moment and breathe in this energy that is associated with the sun. And you can even imagine finding yourself in nature, sunlight shining on you, and just really soaking that in for one moment. For another moment after that. And then as you're looking down, you'll notice that you're actually on a path. And you're looking behind you. And as you're looking behind you, you'll notice that this is the path you've been on the last year or so. You can now look back and see how events have unfolded since that time. While there probably has been joy, there may also have been a lot of sadness. So as you're revisiting the more challenging aspects of that last year, take a moment to stay in your heart, knowing that the heart can hold all of these things. There's no need to linger on things you do not wish to linger on. If there are positive things that you would like to remember, vacations, special moments, celebrations, moments with loved ones, you can linger for as long as you would like. Just about connecting with your journey, seeing your journey in its fullness. If you need to share something about how that year has gone, there any words you need to say? Right now you're muted, so you can say whatever you like, and we can also share later if you like. So just notice if something's coming up. Well, that's so glad that's over. Like, you for the beautiful times. You know, whatever is coming up for you. As you're saying those words, way back on that path, you're actually seeing yourself, how you were a year ago. And then there's another you on the path. And that's you at the timing of the December solstice. And these two yous are staring back at you. As you look at them, you're noticing how much you've grown, how much you've learned. Take a moment to thank all of these yous. The one June last year, the one December last year, and then the you right now who's standing on this path and looking back. Really deep acknowledgement of all that you've done, all that you've gone through. And it's so easy to gloss over that. Try to not gloss over it now. Really notice all the parts where you're proud of yourself. At some point, you're noticing this natural curiosity welling up with you. All this looking back. And now you're wondering, well, what's ahead? What would it be like to look forward? And just like the sun turns, you're turning. And you're facing a new direction. It's still the same path, you're just looking at it with different eyes. Unlike the path that's behind you, here there's a bit more variability. There's an optimal path you could take. And then there are some other paths. If you would like to find the very best path, let's look into the future. Let's look towards the next solstice in December. And you'll notice a spiral winding itself up. And there, you see a version of you, half a year into the future. And this is your ideal future self. You can take a moment and take that person in. Familiar, and yet a little bit different. Maybe wiser, maybe kinder, maybe more confident, maybe more joyful, maybe more easeful. Just what one or two qualities stand out from that ideal future self that your ideal future self has in bigger quantity than you. That quality, all those two qualities, the blend of the different qualities, will guide you to finding this path that will lead you to becoming that ideal version of yourself. Allow these qualities to come flowing down from your ideal future self, down this spiral, illuminating your path and landing straight in your heart. Qualities you're now receiving, they're coming from your ideal future self, yes, but your ideal future self is receiving them from the oneness. You don't even need to lean on your ideal future self to receive them. You can receive them right now, whilst you're from Source, the divine, oneness, however you call this, whatever words you prefer. Well, let's take a moment to connect with that oneness. All, the one, the all, the one, the all, the one. Ask that oneness to provide you with whatever qualities you want to develop more of. Just taking them in. For me, I would ask, for instance, for more joy. Just like the sun shining its light, generously giving light, warmth, clarity to all of us. Oneness is also shining with all these different qualities. Right now, you get to soak up both sunlight that is still shining down on you as you're standing there on your path. And then also these beautiful qualities that are coming into you and filling you up. Maybe qualities you haven't felt in a while. Just allow yourself to drink more. Continue to take it in. It might feel similar to how it's like when you're lounging in the sun and just soaking up the sunshine on your skin. In the same way, you're now soaking up all these qualities. Filling your bag for the road ahead, knowing that you can always ask for more along the way. Now that you've stored up a bit on these energies, on these qualities, if there's an intention that wants to emerge for you for the next half year or so, if you have an intention and you're concerned about forgetting it, it's really okay to take a moment, open your eyes, and jot it down. Now imagine that you have the power to shape that intention. Could be something like, I want to be more joyful, or I want to show up with love in my heart. Whatever is coming up for you, you're now taking that intention and you're shaping it into some type of form. It could be a ball, it could be a star, it could be a moon, it could be a pyramid, it could be anything you want. Just create a shape out of this. Give it a color that feels appropriate. And then when you're done, you'll hold it in your hands in front of you, asking the sun to charge it up with light for you. Imagine that light just pouring into this form representing your intention. Just like sun brings flowers to bloom and provides us with food. And refer to fruits and vegetables as being sun cooked. So imagine your intention is now getting cooked by the sun. For doing that, you're noticing, oh, other elements are also needed. So gentle rain is coming down, creating a rainbow and watering your intention. The air is softly flowing over your intention. You're infusing it with your spirit. And as all that happens, you're kneeling down, and in front of you, the path happens to be very soft. So it's very easy to dig a small hole and then place this intention in the earth, covering it up where it will grow in the darkness. That is the other side of the light we're currently seeing. With your intention firmly planted, you're getting up, trusting that it will come into fruition, and you start walking down this path. the while getting charged up by the sun. And you're noticing how you have a sun inside of you that is shining out, radiating its light everywhere. So for a moment, just let that radiate out into the world around you without any agenda. Just shining a beautiful light. In this place, we ask, dear Spirit, dear Creator of all that is, we ask for your love, your blessing, your insight. We ask for the clearing. We ask that anything of an unclear, untoward nature that can be cleared at this time, let it be cleared through grace. We ask for lots of grace. Follow all the lines and beings of energy that are in support of our highest good and our most ideal path, and only those. We declare our intention to move forward on this path of authentic abundance, service, and joy. Knowing that this is so, we give our thanks, and so it is. Take a few more moments. You breathe all that in and integrate. We look at your ideal future self for another moment, taking in as much information as you can about them, how they stand, how they look like. Even be able to see how they breathe, how their chest is falling and rising, how their belly is falling and rising. They might even breathe differently than you, maybe deeper. If you like, you can emulate the way your future self is breathing. And whenever you're ready, you can wave at your future self and tell your future self you will meet each other soon. Then gently come back into your current room where you're in. Bring all that wisdom with you, all the light that you've gathered, all the beautiful qualities. And with your eyes still closed, allow yourself to feel into what shifted, how you're being different now. Maybe also the joy and gratitude for yourself for doing this practice, being so committed to your growth and flourishing. Whenever you're ready, if you'd like, you can blink your eyes open and journal a bit, or if you would like to spend a bit more time in meditation, you could do that. So I'll give all of us a few moments to integrate this in however way we like. as you're gradually coming back. You can also ask yourself if there's a small action you could take within the next 24 to 48 hours that is in alignment with this intention that you have for the new soul cycle ahead. If you like, write that down as well. Now take a moment and place your hands over your heart, taking a few deep breaths. Just feel into this inner radiance you've cultivated and how it's also connecting to the collective, since we're all connected. The light of the solstice lives within me and within all of us, ready to shine brightly, authentically, and courageously, contributing our light to the world. And so it is.